Hi students, I welcome to all of you to this session of fluid machinery. Dear students, today I am going to discuss about the air vessel. See, what is air vessel? Basically, air vessel is a closed chamber, okay, a closed chamber containing compressed air in the top portion and liquid at the bottom of the chamber. At the base of the chamber, there is an opening through which the liquid may flow into the vessel or flow out from the vessel. Okay, when the liquid enters the air vessel, the air gets compressed further, and when the liquid flows out the vessel, the air will expand in the chamber. Now I think it is not clear. You can see this is your air vessel. Now this is your, it is used in case of reciprocating pump. Now you know this is your suction pipe, this is your delivery pipe, and what is this? This is your piston cylinder. Now when the piston is moving to and fro motion, or your up and down or pulsating, okay, motion, that means it is basically reciprocating. Then what happened? You will see, when at the time of suction stroke the water is coming, and at the time of delivery stroke the water is coming to the delivery pipe. So at the time of suction stroke, the water is entering into the cylinder, and in the delivery stroke the water is coming to the delivery pipe. Now what happened? As you know that the when suction is occurring, so all the water, that means the water which is available in the suction pipe, the all the amount, that means it is not full of water. Okay, so there may be some void, or there may be some air particle inside the suction pipe, okay, like this. Okay, now what is the function of the air vessel? It is basically installed in delivery pipe as well as in suction pipe. It is basically, you will see that in this portion it is compressed air, okay, full of compressed air. Now when there is some separation of water, or some vacuum is created, some void is created, then because of the pressurized air, the air is supplied from this air vessel. Again in the delivery pipe also, when there is some kind of separation, then air is pressurized on the water, and water is basically fulfilling that vacuum, and as a result smooth operation can be done. So I think it is clear. So what is the basically what is the main function of the that means why we are using this air vessel? And basically this air vessel is fitted in the suction and delivery pipe, as you can see, here in this picture. But what is the basically, what is the prime motto why we are using this one? Because to obtain a continuous supply of liquid at a uniform rate. Okay, so there must be some uniform rate. So basically, to obtain a continuous supply of liquid at uniform rate, we are using this air vessel. Again, point number 2, this is your point number 1. Point number 2, to save the considerable amount of work in overcoming the frictional resistance in the suction and delivery pipe. So basically point number 2 is what? First point is your to may obtain the continuous supply of liquid in a uniform rate. We have to use the air vessel, because this water is supplied by the help of this pressurized air. This water is supplied to the suction pipe when there is some separation is done. Okay, and next point is here to save the considerable amount of work to overcoming the frictional resistance. Okay, frictional resistance in the suction and delivery. That means if there is some separation, so there may be some fluctuation of pressure, and there may be some there may not be some smooth operation, smooth flow. So that we will experience some frictional dissipation or frictional resistance in the suction and delivery pipe. So that is why also it is used. And last but not the least, to run the pump at high speed without separation. That means at high speed without separation, if you want to run the pump, then you have to use this air vessel. So I hope it is clear. In this diagram, up to this much, this is your suction head, this is your sump, this is your delivery head, and this one up to this much, it is your LS, that is your length of the suction pipe. This is your length of the delivery pipe. This is your connecting rod, piston, cylinder, valve, your suction valve, delivery valve. Okay, so I think it is clear. Now here basically you can see LS dash is the length of the suction pipe between cylinder and air vessel. You can see length between cylinder and air vessel. What is this LS is the length between the in the suction pipe between cylinder and air vessel. So all these dimension you can consider here. FSD, Fs is equal to frictional head loss and all this. So how we can calculate discharge? You know the formula LAN by 60, that is your discharge meter cube per second. If you want to calculate the mean velocity, that is your velocity of the piston, so that is your discharge by area. So Q by small area, and Q by small area, you know the ALN by 60 by A, this is the mean velocity of the piston. And you know that AL by 60A, it is alright, and this omega is equal to 2 pi n by 60, or n can be written as 60 omega by 2 pi. So 60 omega by 2 pi. So ultimately the whole equation you will arrive like this, because A by A into 60, here this 60 cancel out, so omega by 2 pi. So A by A 2r means your, this is L is equal to 2r, because stroke length is equal to radius, crank radius into 2, and by into 2 omega by 2 pi. So ultimately this equation will come A by A omega r by pi. And if you want to calculate the velocity in the suction and delivery pipe, then this equation, you know, V is equal to A by A omega r sine omega t, or omega t is equal to theta. So A by A omega r sine theta, that is the velocity. So when we will be calculating the numerical, then this equation it is needed. So I hope it is clear what is the function of the air vessel. The compressed air is placed here, okay, and when there is some separation of water, the air basically pressurizing the liquid, and the liquid is fulfilling the separation, okay, fulfilling the void, and the smooth operation could have been done by the help of this air vessel. Clear? So today up to this, I think it is clear. Next class we will be discussing one more class will be there for reciprocating pump. Okay, that is your lecture number 50. That is your compression, that means comparison between centrifugal and reciprocating pump. And I hope the lecture is the lecture whatever I am providing you, that is benefited for, that is you are getting benefited for that initiative. So please like my channel, that is your DM Study Center, okay, and subscribe my channel, and share this video with your friends who are relevant to this subject. Okay, thank you for listening. Jai Hind.